It's like, yeah, I bet Superman has done everything because he's been around for 80 years, right? There's been, what, like 500 something million issues sold of Superman? I mean, he's done a lot of stuff over the years. How much of that is consistent with his actual issue-to-issue character? Not a lot of those feats are, right? Um, and I'll get more into that later. But you have to look at, is this consistent or is this plot-induced stupidity, right? Man lifted such and such tons and his striking power is such and such and he's got a reaction speed of 1 attosecond. 1 attosecond is how fast he can react. He's got... that's so fast because his fight with Doomsday was like faster than the speed of light. It's like, okay, you can't try and give me some quantifiable 1 attosecond type reaction speed and then say that their fight, this separate fight, was faster than the speed of light. Because being faster, quote unquote, faster than the speed of light is not physically possible, right? So on one hand, you want me to adhere to this actual real world physical time frame, but then in the next, you want me to throw physics out the window. It's like, at least be a little consistent. If Superman could punch with the force of a multiversal destructive power, how did he ever get beat up by Doomsday or something like that? And that's just a lot of like the respect thread problems, as people read a respect thread and think that that represents Superman's actual character. Which is why I wanted to bring up my own Superman disrespect thread, just to kind of prove a point here. So on one hand, you have Superman lifting the heavens and, one-shotting the source wall and 1 attosecond reaction speed. On the other hand, you have the Heroes in Crisis event where Harley Quinn gets a drop on Wonder Woman, Superman, and Batman and fights them to a standstill. So 1 attosecond reaction speed, not fast enough to stop Harley Quinn. Or, a lot of people brought up Injustice, how about whenever he got his ass beat by Alfred the Butler, who had a super serum? You're telling me that this badass master martial artist Superman, because that's another thing I'll talk about later, got his ass beat by the Butler? Or how about whenever Superman got beat by Jonah Hex, a cowboy? Know what his powers are? Being a cowboy. The Goku v Superman debate. I don't think Superman is that far ahead of Goku in terms of power. I mean, Goku is consistently shown to be universal, multiversal, and power, right? So Goku doesn't have the lifting strength that Superman has, and Superman is no doubt physically stronger, but when it comes to power level, I don't think those two can be equated quite the same way, because Goku consistently multiversal, universal at the very least. Say in Super Saiyan Blue form, he can do Kaioken, instantly get 10 times stronger. And talking about reaction speed, the 1 attosecond reaction speed, well, to Goku's points, he's got his reaction speed feats of responding to hit, who's literally skipping through time. just because it says in the comic Superman is a master martial artist doesn't mean he actually is. Because if he's never once even shown a little bit that he's a master martial artist, then it doesn't matter what they say.
In the comic, Superman is a master martial artist doesn't mean he actually is.
Superman has never one time ever in the comics exhibited a skill in martial arts that's anywhere comparable to somebody like Goku. He's never had a fight like Goku. The fight that people imagine in their head of the Goku v Superman, of the 1 attosecond reaction speed master martial artist, that fight that they're imagining has never occurred ever in Superman's history. He has never fought like that. But on the Goku side, Goku would fight like he fights every time he fights. But in the Superman team, it's a delusion. You're deluding yourself to think that that's how he would act. Because this isn't just power set v power set. This is Superman versus Goku, character v character. And Superman has never behaved like that before. And if Superman was this master martial artist, I would say, why did he get killed by Doomsday? Right? Why didn't he use his Kryptonian taijutsu, Kryptonian taekwondo, whatever, and just subdue Doomsday? Why did he just trade blows back and forth like he does every single time he fights? I don't know if I've ever seen Superman like throw a kick before. All he does is trade blows, and I saw some people say like, well, he just doesn't use his martial arts because he never has to. And it's like, look, I'm glad that's your personal headcanon for why this happens. But the truth is, you can't just say that someone has this ability and expect me to believe it when he's never used it. That's like if somebody said, like a writer came out and said, yeah, Batman has the ability to fly. He's actually always had the ability to fly. Batman can fly. It's canon. But then every time Batman falls off a building, he uses his grappling hook and swings around. You wouldn't still look at me and say, oh yeah, Batman can fly. Like in a debate, you wouldn't say, oh yeah, Batman has power of flight and he can da-da-da. Just because it's been said but never shown. Okay? And if you pull up some screen cap of Superman like blocking a punch and punching someone back, and being like, well, this is him using his martial arts. It's like, no. He doesn't fight like Goku fights. He doesn't fight like actual martial arts. And whenever he is in a combat sport, he loses, like when he lost against Muhammad Ali. Who Muhammad Ali is a master boxer, but nowhere near a master martial artist, right? Like I don't think you would put him on the scale of like Batman. Like you'd think someone trained by Batman and Wonder Woman and da-da-da could take out Muhammad Ali, but I guess not. And I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.